Turn it up again.
They have coasters too.
Hello.
Hey, this is cool.
Hello.
It's Up Texoma Podcast. Once again, we had a little issue there.
Little technical difficulties.
I'm going to blame this one on Facebook this time.
Yeah, that's Facebook's fault.
But if you're watching
Or
this,
Meta. It's not Facebook.
yeah, Meta, whatever it is. Meta. Anyway, so hopefully you're got the link there. We're going live on YouTube right now. But we are here. It's Thursday night. I'm here with my man Hawk. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, having a great one, man.
Yeah.
Beating that humidity. It feels like swimming through a pool walking outside.
Oh my God, that's been crazy. But you know, we're making it through it. I see some clouds rolling in over there, looking off in the background though. But you know, we're here. We're live.
Hey, it ain't raining.
No,
That's
I
always
know,
it
right?
usually is
It seems
raining
like
on
most
us.
of the time it's rain, yeah. But we're down here in downtown Denison, you know, at the podcast on Main Studios, Split Window Studios.
Beautiful Denison, Texas.
Yeah, Chris is back there running the show, and Mark.
Shout out, Chris.
What's up? Texoma, right? Yeah. All right. So first, let's start off right off the bat. Let's give our sponsor a shout out, which is A Sharp Moving.
Shout out to A Sharp.
Yeah, we
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah, always, man. They're always supporting us.
Yeah, and they've been moving a lot of people around the area.
know.
Actually, we have somebody who used it right here.
Yeah, right here.
Which is
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Did you
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
Very cool.
Okay, so here we go. You know, the Mighty Moms,
That's right.
as we've been
Hello.
pushing all week, is joining us, and so Mighty Moms, y'all want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Sure. Should we do what we do on the I'm Brina
And I'm Dee Dee.
and we're here to pump
Oh,
you up?
Uh-oh.
That's an SNL reference.
Yes.
From,
I like it.
Okay, just making sure you guys
And for
knew.
some reason, Dee Dee, your mic is,
what?
man, we're having some issues, aren't we?
I know.
Can y'all not hear me?
We can hear you, but
I mean,
it's
we can
pretty
hear
low.
you, but it's kind of low.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Good, because I talk loud.
Yeah, we can just hear you
Perfect.
echo through ours.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I know. Chris is like, man, what a day. So he's here to
Pump you up.
no,
Sounds a little better. Sounds a little
Literally.
bit better. Let's put it up.
no. I think it's just feeding through the
Still
Yeah.
messed up.
yeah.
I'll just share yours.
Yeah, it
can
doesn't
hear.
even.
Boom. Hello.
No, see, it's
Crazy.
Hello.
folks. We are live.
right? We gotta fix it live, but that's
Yeah.
all right. We'll keep
So
chugging
that's
along.
Dee Dee,
Yeah.
and I'm Brina.
We can kind of hear you.
Do you know
Yeah.
sign
A little
language?
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
No
We do.
candy.
Yeah.
Do.
Can- is
Both
that
of our
candy?
sons are nonverbal, so we
More.
know a little
We know a
sign
little bit.
language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But none of the things I need on here. I
No.
don't think.
No, you know,
There we go.
I learned sign language in elementary. Of
course you
But
did.
it was all the bad stuff.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
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 Yeah,
So
it's like,
that-
hey, tell me how to tell somebody off real good.
Right?
So what a funny story. We were in Virginia with my daughter and her friends. They were all there, and her friends' parents are both deaf, right?
Okay.
So, and it was our first time meeting them. So we were introducing ourselves, and I thought I was going to be cool
Yeah.
and spell my
What'd you
name
do?
Bubba,
Oh no.
right?
B-U-B-B-A.
Yeah, but I went
No.
B-U-B-B-A, right? Well, it's Fuffa.
Fuffa.
So the dad
they're
was
like,
like, what? Looks over at the
What a
son,
weirdo.
like,
Okay.
I've
So-
never heard that
Okay.
nickname before.
So now her friends call me Fuffa.
That's
Oh,
good.
that's
That's
funny.
funny.
That's
I like it.
cute.
That's my story there.
I love it. That's hilarious. Yeah, just spelling it wrong. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just a simple like turning the hand can be the difference
'Cause
between.
it didn't
Yeah.
look bad to me from over here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I can hear you now.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
you good. We
Awesome.
got her
Oh,
set.
good.
All right. It's all is good. All is good. Okay. So anyway, you guys, Mighty Moms, you have your own podcast
Yep.
show. Mm-hmm. And you're in Durant, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, do y'all live in Durant?
I live in Denison.
Okay.
I
That's what-
live in Meade, which is
Meade?
basically,
Are
you
you-
know, 12
So we're
minutes
like,
away.
we just
from Durant.
represent Texoma.
Yeah.
right?
Gotcha. No, and I'm
Shout out
with that.
Texoma.
Yeah.
What's up, Texoma? So, y'all being in Durant, being associated with Durant, is it Durant or Durant?
It is.
It's
Durant.
Durant.
Durant. Okay.
I hear some
you
people
guys-
say
Some
Durant.
Some people do say
Some people say-
Durant.
If you're,
Draw it
if you're
out.
I
Do
think
not.
if you're from Durant,
Yeah.
you say Durant.
Really?
Maybe.
Some people do.
I think that might have
faded out a little
Faded
bit.
out, yeah.
That's the old heads that were
Yep.
doing
It
that.
needs to.
It needs to.
Do rain.
Sophisticated now.
Take me over to
I'm
do
not
rain.
going to judge you, though, if you say it that
I
way.
may judge you.
Yeah.
So we actually just met like what 2.5-ish years ago, 2 to 3
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
So I started a nonprofit organization 3 years ago, the Owen Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization for autism families in the Texoma area. And shortly after met Dee Dee, because she has a son on the autism spectrum who's now 16, mine's 8. And Dee Dee serves on the board of the Owen Foundation. And we were invited as guests to go on a podcast about a year ago.
Yeah. Marcy in the
guess.
middle.
And
Very cool.
like we had trouble like coming to a stopping
Yeah.
point because we had so much to say about it.
Yeah.
And she was like, "You guys really need to start your own podcast." And we were like, "Yeah, we do."
Yeah,
That's
sure.
cool.
So we did.
Right on. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It was neat.
so the Owen Foundation is something you started? I didn't know if it was like
Yeah.
a big.
Yeah.
a big
So my son's Owen. He's 8. He was
Gotcha.
diagnosed with autism when he was 3. And probably I would say 2 years into him, after his diagnosis and into him receiving ABA therapy, I was like coming up for a breath because it's kind of a traumatic experience when your child gets diagnosed. They're nonverbal.
That
A
must be
lot
a
of
really
like,
hard part,
yeah, and a lot of unwanted behaviors come with it. So it was literally like it was all kind of a blur. And I think you can probably speak to that too. But a couple of years into it, I was like, there's nothing really. I'm not saying that there aren't things out there, but I was like, there needs to be an organization where when someone gets that diagnosis, they can come and they instantly have somebody to talk to that can point them in whatever direction.
Just resources.
And
Yeah,
so,
guide 'em in the right
so that's
ways.
how the Owen Foundation was born. And it's a nonprofit, a 501c3. And we service families all over Texoma. So
That's cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you guys are opening up a new studio, or
So-
I've seen some posts on Facebook.
So yeah, and I'm so glad we get a chance to talk about it here. And I'm sorry I keep hogging the
No, it's
mic,
okay.
but
I think
just been
she's the one
chomping
that
at the
turned your
bits.
mic off. So.
Yeah, I did. Actually, it's funny because we just came from an interview with Channel 12, and the guy had to interrupt me and say, "Okay, so I would like to involve Dee Dee here
Yeah,
because
That
I mean,
was
and
kind
Dee
of
Dee's a
embarrassing.
talker, but I guess, but yeah, I'm chomping at the bits because I have so much to say about all of it. So
You seem very passionate about it.
and
That's why it's
we
really
are.
awesome
We're
to
so
have you guys here.
passionate about it, and so like I said, I'm glad that we get to be on your podcast to use this platform to talk about what all is going on, because there's a lot of moving parts. So the foundation, which is our, like I said, our 501c3, it started 3 years ago. This is our 3rd year. We do things like community events for kids with autism and special needs. So, for example, this July will be our 3rd annual basketball camp, and we added our cheer clinic this year. The first year that we did this, which was 2021,
Yes.
no, 2022, we had 60 kids from the Texoma area with autism or special needs who attended our basketball camp. The next year we had 100.
Oh wow, very cool.
So-
It's a
So-
big
We
turnout.
really don't know what to expect
And
this
so,
year.
Yeah.
and the only way we've advertised it has been through social media and the occasional interview like this.
Perfect, yeah.
So,
We're glad to be able to help with that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Pump it out there.
so we have the nonprofit organization that does things like that, and then we also host like occasional. As an autism parent, you have to think about things like what's going to happen to my child when I die.
Right.
Like say
Yeah.
I live as long, a long, life, but still my child, what's going to happen to my child when I die? So
And I would say that's the biggest fear of any special needs parent is
it's on your mind every day.
Yeah,
all
who's
the
going to take
Every
care
day,
of my
all
kid?
day. You're thinking
what if
about it.
something happened
Yeah.
to me, what's going to happen to
Yeah.
my child?
So we have like future planning,
Those are amazing resources too, because
yeah.
like literally you just don't know. And if you don't know those resources are out there for you, then
Yep.
you're just kind of lost in the middle of the ocean by
Yeah.
yourself. And you think you're
Yep.
alone when, you got amazing resources like y'all out there. So that's why we wanted to bring you guys on so much, because we wanted to really pump that out.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
during this month, Autism,
Yep.
Yeah.
National Autism Awareness
Yes.
Month.
Yeah.
So,
And I think that was just like kind of the passion behind the Owen Foundation is if I can sum it up, we want to be a resource hub for families who are experiencing that initial diagnosis
Yeah.
or anything that you're going to going through autism related, reach out to us. There have definitely been situations where I didn't know the answer.
Right.
But I will find out.
Somebody
I'll
who
find out.
Does.
And the next time someone asks, then we can, we can know that answer because we had to look it up for somebody else. Yeah. And so we want to be a resource.
And I feel like the Owen Foundation board has a lot of people on the board that
we have 22 people on our board member, and they're just
just knowledgeable in different things that we can just call them,
reach out and
reach out and touch someone.
Yeah.
Sorry. I had to
Absolutely.
See, now look at our studio here. We got some guys hanging out here.
Cute.
Some groupies.
Yeah, some groupies
How fun
right
would
there.
that be?
And that's what we love about this area too, is because with the windows right here. I mean, this is ideal.
Ours is backs up to an alley, and we have these little windows, and we just get creepers.
Yeah. That's
it's not.
Oh, we get those too.
We do get those. Oh yeah. What was the last one we did? We got. That was interesting.
The last one, St. Patty's Day.
That was fun.
Oh.
I shouldn't have went outside. Just
he went outside.
I was handing out T-shirts, and that got into a whole different thing.
No,
I just got mobbed by some ladies.
Attack. Yeah.
There were sisters. They were the eight of spades. They were the spade sisters.
Oh.
Yeah.
There were 6 out of the 8 there, and they really enjoyed my company.
Okay.
His beard.
Oh
My beard especially.
Oh, you should have painted it green.
I know, right? Just pure green.
We do not go outside during our podcast to meet our guests.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't even know why you went out there.
To give more T-shirts.
Oh yeah, more T-shirts.
I
We had
was trying to
T-shirts.
I was trying to be nice, and they were like, "You have a certain size." I was like, "Uh-oh, got myself in trouble."
So it gets wild down here sometimes.
That's funny.
It's a lot of fun. I love it. I love having the people walk by, and
It's cool.
everybody knows Bubba, so everybody walks by knows him.
We love Main Street here.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I mean,
It's our
Downtown
spot.
Denison
So cool.
is where it's at.
It
It is the
so
spot.
cool down here.
yeah, and Durant, is
Durant's
growing.
really
Yeah,
cool.
It's
we're
starting to happen.
growing.
Yeah.
I still haven't spent any time out there in Durant. I know it's not
come
far.
tomorrow night to our art. April.
That's a great segue.
Art in April.
Yeah.
There you go. When is that? Tomorrow? What time?
Tomorrow night starts at 4:00, 4 to 8.
Nice. All right.
So the entire event, which is sort of spans Main Street, is 4 to 9.
4 to 9. Sorry.
The Owen Foundation. That's okay. The Owen Foundation
our
art auction is from 4 to 8. And it's located at 314 West Main. It's the old Nico studio, which is a really cool building, really cool vibe. The owner, Kurt Walker, let us use that building to set up sort of like a really cool, swanky art gallery vibe.
Very cool.
And we even moved some furniture in there. It's just a really fun setup. And the art was donated from local artists in the Texoma area. And we're going to have a silent auction to auction each piece off, and all the proceeds go to the Owen Foundation. So for our basketball camp and the cheer clinic.
Very cool.
So,
And each of those pieces are inspired by artists or people that are on the autism spectrum. So Einstein. And
we themed it notable autistic icons.
Oh, I like that.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I heard you
different
say
pieces.
mention Einstein with autism, right? Yeah. see, a
So
lot
many
of
people that you wouldn't
Einstein,
even you didn't know.
Darwin.
Yeah. Oh, we had our
we had
T-shirt.
it-
We
we
had
had
our
a shirt
sweatshirts
on
on earlier
as well.
that had
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
The inventor. I cannot remember how to
Pokemon.
pronounce his name, but the inventor of Pokemon.
And I
There
did
are
not
so
know
many.
that.
There are so
There
many.
are so many.
Well, I think what a misunderstanding of being on the spectrum is that either you're not intellectually there all the way,
which
or
is
you're
so
not
false.
creative.
Yeah.
Even
Oh my
some of the
gosh.
most creative,
More
Yeah.
creative.
I think
Yeah.
are because I don't know. It opens the brain in a different way.
It does.
It allows them to think differently and
So
allows them to.
what I've
kinda
noticed
react to
about
that.
people who I've met, which has span all ages on the autism spectrum, is that no, if you've met one person on the spectrum, you've met one person on the
person.
spectrum
Yeah.
because they're all
Absolutely.
different.
Different.
But I will say that I feel like one thing that they have in common is that they don't care what anybody thinks, and that is so liberating.
I know that'd be
Yes.
awesome, right?
Yeah.
I want to
They
be
don't
like
care
that.
what anybody
like,
thinks. Like how amazing is that?
Yeah, because even people who will claim that they don't care what anybody thinks.
Oh, they do.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
We all do.
Sure,
We always
you
do. Because
think
I like
about-
to say that.
Yeah, I like to say that too.
You know,
We all
but
do.
absolutely. At the end of the day, you're hoping that they people like you. You're hoping
Everybody
that they
wants
think
to
that
be
you're doing a
liked.
good job.
And I can tell you, when my son goes to bed at night, he is not worrying about who
Yeah.
likes
Awesome.
him.
That's not in his mind at all.
No.
Not at all.
That's amazing.
No.
That's awesome.
It is liberating.
Speaking of the Einstein thing, so when I was younger in my bedroom, I had this poster, and it was Einstein. It said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge,"
I love that.
Yeah.
and that's always been a favorite of mine,
I
still to
love
this
that.
day. So
And
imagination.
that, imagine where he was coming from on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Just if you dissected that,
Yeah.
it's like
Wow.
another groupie.
So think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
The whole time. We'll have people walking around the whole time.
Yeah,
we
I
try to
forgot.
do these
So
like
we have
Thursday night
just so y'all
shops.
know, we do have speakers outside.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Are they hearing us?
Hey, guys.
Can you hear us okay out there?
Yes. Here's great.
That's awesome. Oh, we didn't know that.
So we
Yeah.
chat with
Game
people.
changer.
We had that's why we ended up having too much fun on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Because it
Oh,
just
I
kinda-
bet.
everybody's
I get
hearing
it
us.
now.
I
and
bet. I'm going to have to go back and watch that one.
It was during the crawl, and it was something else.
I
It was
saw
fun.
that happening too. I mean, I saw it on the news or something, and I thought, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we did
had a
the
good
St.
time.
Patrick's Day pub crawl down here. That was our second
No,
anniversary
we were
one.
down here for a Mighty Moms coffee, and they were setting up for that.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are all these vendors? It was just streets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It was
once a
full.
month, Mighty Moms does, we do a Mighty Moms coffee break, and we'll either have it at Opera House Coffee in Durant, which you would love.
Yes.
So you got to go check it out. Have you been there?
No, I have
Gotta
not.
Both
check it
of you
out.
would love it.
Gotta
Not
check it
kidding.
out.
So
Best
seriously,
peanut butter gluten-free cookie you could ever eat.
lavender honey latte.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
mean,
nice.
really, anything's good there.
Yeah,
It's just
I love
a
my
cool
coffee.
vibe there too. It's
Yeah.
a lot like 410.
And that's our
Yeah,
other place.
right over
That's
here.
where we
Yeah.
go
That's our-
for other Mighty
So,
Moms.
Those
yeah,
are my
the other-
people right there. So
yeah,
yeah, I'm
we
always
love
over there.
it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're
that's
probably
where
down
we.
there 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah, minimum.
That's how we are. With,
Yeah.
That's how we are with Opera House
Awesome.
because our office is just like
Around
a
the
block.
corner.
Yeah.
So we walk over there.
I work at the Main Street Mall, just right
Nice.
there
Oh,
on the
okay.
corner. So
Okay.
I'm walking distance of all this. And
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to
Cool.
plug it? You want to plug it?
Oh, Wise Wolf Gold and Silver, check me out. Any of your gold and silver needs, come and see me at Main Street Mall, Denison.
That's right.
This is how it is when we insert our commercials.
Right?
Break.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, and also shout out Main Street Mall for their 6th year anniversary.
Oh, yeah,
very
that's
cool.
going on
They're doing,
right
they're doing their live sale
about
here at
2 minutes.
6:30. Yep.
2 minutes.
So they're going to be
wow.
going live with a live sale. We do it every first and third Thursday of the
Oh,
month.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some good deals on some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go check out the Urban Cabin while you're there.
Absolutely.
What's Urban Cabin?
That's
It's a
Bubba's
nice
booth.
little store. No, it's my wife's. Man.
Oh yeah, it's Heron's. Let's give Heron the credit where she deserves it.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's get back to
Back
events.
to business.
Back to events.
You see how we are? We're like
plugging
squirrels.
ourselves.
Yeah,
we're
we're
like
definitely
squirrels.
like that too.
So, y'all were talking about your event happening there tomorrow. We've got the Denison Chamber's annual clay shoot. I'll be at that tomorrow.
That sounds fun.
Oh, yeah. That's always
it's
good.
over with at 5, so you can then come to
Yeah,
the
so
art
it's
in
10
April and
10 to
Durant.
5.
Durant. In Durant.
In Durant and hit that up.
Yeah.
And then April 20th.
By
yeah.
the way, we
Oh.
have an amazing Einstein painting that was
I think I saw it on y'all's page.
donated by Courtney Cisneros, who
Yeah.
is a Choctaw
Alatra.
tribal member artist, and it is
I can't wait to see all of them.
So I see, I'm going to get off subject here a little bit, but I see y'all doing a lot of stuff with Choctaw, or they support y'all a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a tribal member. I'm a quarter Choctaw.
So I'm half, yeah.
So they we went through their Childpreneur program for Mighty Moms podcast. And
we
that-
are their first podcast.
We're their first podcast.
Oh, really? That's
that's
cool.
That's awesome. Heck yeah.
So our ribbon cutting with that is next Thursday, the 25th.
Yeah. So y'all come.
I think we
have
got
you
it
down
on
here.
here.
Y'all
Yeah.
should come to it. Yeah, it's, at 11:30.
Yeah.
But
What up at 11?
yeah, it's okay.
Show up early.
Yeah.
30 minutes
Come
early.
early.
Party.
It's
Come
fine.
early. We're
Yeah.
gonna have snacks.
fine.
Some,
I love
We'll have
snacks.
snacks.
Some goodies.
Snacks can get me
You
most
say
places.
snacks, and then everybody shows
Right?
up.
If you're
Okay,
feeding me, I'll show up.
Same.
All right, so let's get back on track here. So tomorrow we have those two events that we know. There's always events happening. There's
Always.
way more than
Always.
what we're mentioning here, but we're
Saturday,
just gonna
April
highlight.
20th.
April 20th, 420. You have comedy night.
1880 Ice House,
How
baby.
fun.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Who's
open
this
mics.
one
I
of
think
you
it's open
guys
mics.
doing it?
Look,
oh,
right here.
it's
No,
open
no, no, no.
mic.
Oh, there
No,
we go.
it's
It's
there.
Des
Okay.
O'Neill.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So
Special opening
How
at
fun is
Blackshear.
that?
Yeah.
He looks
Blackshear.
familiar.
Blackshear's funny. Yeah, I've seen him a few
so
times. So.
8 o'clock. It's right down here. It's,
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that I haven't seen a comedy show in a while. You used to have to drive to Dallas just to go.
So I went to Hyenas. It was a while ago, but I went to Hyenas. I saw Akash Singh and a few other those guys, and they were. It was a great show.
Lost Street Brewery in Durant. They have been doing comedy shows. Another place you would probably really enjoy.
Right on.
Yeah,
look it up.
And then
good old Durant.
April 22nd. You always have the open mic down at the Horses Axe.
Yep.
So that's every Monday night. Right, 6:30.
I can't remember what nights it is because Red Rock's been holding an open mic too.
There's one every night of the week.
Singing, right?
Singing, open mic.
Okay.
Yeah, musicians.
But actually, a lot of the spots they
they
say you could do whatever. They'll bring you up. You want to do a little few-minute spot of comedy or something? Come on up. You want to do a spoken word or something like that? They're welcoming all people, so they're not like turning down anybody.
Yeah.
If you come in and you're just trying to do it, they're going to give you a chance to get on stage.
They probably turned me down.
Yeah.
If I started singing. I'll give it my all, but
We got to get DJ Tone Deaf over here.
Yeah, Tone Deaf. Yeah,
cut a track.
I can't sing whatsoever. I think I can though.
I sing all
As
the time.
long as
but
you think you can, that's all that matters.
In the shower, I sound great.
Yeah, that's right.
And in the car, it's like a concert every time.
Man. Killing it in there.
So then the 25th, as we were talking about y'all's ribbon cutting there in Durant.
Yeah.
And then the 25th, I'm actually really excited about this. I hope it's going to be a good time because we're going to be doing another podcast next week.
Yep.
So back-to-back podcast, which is new for us. But we're going to be doing a draft pre-show, and we're going to be talking about the draft. We're going to have my main man, Richard Shackelford, on from Bleacher Bums. He's going to be talking about some rookie cards and other football cards and stuff. And then we'll start announcing some people who are coming in the draft and talking about that.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
We'll just have a little fun with, and Richard's very knowledgeable about
Super
all that. So, get the little insight. So if you're interested in any kind of sports memorabilia, sports cards, whatever, be sure to tune in on that one. We'll have a lot of fun there.
Yep. And that's April 25th. We'll be starting at about I think the draft starts at 7, so do you want to go before?
Yeah, we're going to jump on around 6.
Cool. And we're just going to go for a while.
Yeah,
we'll
just do it until we can't do it, right?
Heck yeah.
And then the 26th from 5 to 10 p.m., you got an open house event at the venue on Main. They're doing another photo shoot down there.
Oh, with Adrian. Mirror Masters.
Yeah, Mirror Masters.
He's the man.
Have y'all been to that?
No.
Y'all need to go to
I don't
this.
even
All right. So he sets up all these photo booths and these mirrors.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
It's
I didn't
really
know
cool.
that. What's the mirror thing?
Mirror.
I don't
So
know.
it's like this big. It's like this huge mirror that you stand in front of, and you pick the style of what photos you want, how many you want, and you punch it, and it counts down, and you tells you when to pose.
cool.
So you can see your whole pose, and you're not worrying about was my hair right or whatever.
Yeah.
You're looking at this big mirror, and
Very
it's
cool.
yeah, so it's pretty cool.
And Adrian's really awesome. Great guy, and he's bringing something innovative to the area, which is super cool.
Very cool.
And does he charge for that?
No, this is all free event. Drinks.
They
food.
set it all up.
Well,
you come in and
do
hang
our
out.
next photo shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
No, he did. He came in here whenever it was Patty's.
It was St.
Patty's?
Patrick's Day. Yeah.
And did a photo shoot for us while we were doing our
Wow.
show.
Away.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm not very photogenic, but
neither.
We
it was all right.
we threw him behind the mic. He wasn't ready for that. But
Oh yeah. We got him on, and he was like, "Oh." And he did
No,
great
he did
though.
awesome, though.
He did great once he got talking.
I think he was messing with us. I think he does
I
it
think
for a
so.
living.
I think so.
I think
He was like, "Man, I'm not used to that." I'm like, "Shut up."
Yeah, no, he did very well. But he's pretty cool. So y'all need to look him up. He's an excellent photographer. He does a lot for the Denison area around here. All their photography, all their events. So that's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. Anyway, go check that out. I think the theme is a fairy theme.
Yeah, fairy
Yeah,
photo
so
shoot.
like people can dress up in like fairy photo shoots.
Get your little elf outfit on.
Yeah.
Some tutus.
There you go.
Hawk will have his on. So
I'll have my tutu on.
anyway, so that'll be pretty cool. And then the 27th, of course, our huge event.
27th. Sorry, not both days.
The huge event down here is the Doc Holiday event.
Yeah. Get your Old West attire on. Get your cowboy boots. Come and kick it with us on Main Street.
Saints and Sinners Festival.
It's a good time.
I'll be a Huckleberry.
Yeah, and it's right here where they have the whole thing. They do a shootout at the OK Corral right here in the park, Heritage.
cool.
Park.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Hawk,
a lot
you
of fun.
usually dress up, right?
I dress up every year. Yeah. Me and my lady, we get all
Like
dressed
wear
up.
chaps and stuff.
No, not chaps, not quite. But I got some nice pants and then a little cute Old West vest and stuff.
Okay.
Got my cowboy hat, my boots. And
Yeah.
That's so cool.
My lady's got a cute little saloon dress on that she won't be able to fit in this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's pregnant.
I was going to say, you better watch it.
I know.
That's what I was about to say.
No,
You don't go there.
we got 6 weeks left till the little one comes.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, our first little one.
Congratulations.
Thank Boy or girl? You
Little
know,
boy.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right.
We're really
We
excited.
love boys.
Yeah.
Little Bubba.
All
Little
boys.
Bubba. We're really excited. So I haven't talked about it too much on the podcast, but
Oh, that'd be hard.
I'm talking about it everywhere now.
Yeah. No, it's getting
talking
close.
about it all the time.
Yeah. So
Do you have a name? Is it?
River Alexander.
Oh, cool.
That's what we're looking at for the name.
Yeah.
So,
So sweet.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm,
Your life's
where
about
where
to
did
change for the
Alexander come
better.
from?
I don't know. I don't remember where that one
Alexander
came from.
the Great?
It just sounded really nice after River. Because we were thinking we were thinking of using the name Edwin because that's her great grandfather's name and my grandfather's name. But
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like the way it fit anywhere. Edwin's
Yeah.
a rough one to like.
Yeah.
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 So like when we were picking my daughter's name, so my wife would come up with a name, and I would go, okay, it rhymes with. You know, I was thinking about when she was in school. I was like,
getting
no,
made
she's not
fun
going to do
of.
that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah, no, yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Well, my name's Hawkeye, so I had to come up with something.
Well, my name's Bubba.
You think it is? That's your mom's like, well, I mean, I did give him another name, but we called him Bubba. first.
Yeah, we call him Bubba. That's all I know. Y'all have any nicknames? Dee Dee, right?
Yeah,
Dee Dee.
It's
Not
Deidre?
really, I
My
guess.
real name's Deidre. My real name is Deidre Denise, and it just stuck as Dee Dee when I was little.
Yeah, makes sense.
That works.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
So funny
See,
story.
you're learning something.
Okay,
I knew
I'll
her
let
for
her call
two-
me Dedra for
It's
a year.
spelled Dedra.
And I just was like,
Yeah.
that's neat.
Dedra.
I never
Dedra.
corrected
Like,
her.
In
That's
the
fine.
rule
You're
of
like-
grammar,
Funny.
it's pronounced Dedra.
Dedra.
But she never, and
So does the
literally last
Walmart
week,
pick
I
up people. They
still,
think that too, and I'm like,
I called her Dedra last week to someone else.
did?
Yes.
She's like, come on now. I thought we were over this. So I thought we've gotten past this together.
So your name is Brina.
And so I just always tell people it's like Sabrina without the sa.
Yeah, Brina.
And then they go,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
but what do they usually call you?
Brenna, Brianna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say, Brenna.
Brenna.
You know, that's funny.
Yeah.
Is one of the ladies over at the Main Street Mall. Her name is Marin, and
Yeah.
everybody calls her Marin because
course.
Marien. But
Yeah.
then she told us it's Marlin without the L.
Yeah.
And then it makes sense.
Marin.
Makes
I got you. I'll
Yeah.
never
Marin.
mistake
Yeah.
it again now.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
It makes sense that way.
Yeah, but I called my brother Bubba.
Yeah.
I was
if
the Bubba of the
you're in the
family.
South, yeah.
It's
Mine
we
just
are in
stuck.
the South.
I tried to get away from it, back when I went off to school, and then I brought buddies back here to my hometown, and we were out partying, and everybody, all
Yeah.
my friends here were calling me Bubba, and they're like,
Who are
Bubba.
you?
So we got back to school as Bubba, So
But you're like, well,
Yeah.
so much for that.
now I use it more for marketing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so you're not talking into the mic now. He's got your mic fixed, and now you're not talking into it. So
Oh,
you had to
was
come in here and
that
turn
too
your.
loud?
No, you're good.
No,
you're
you're
good. He
fixed.
turned you up a little bit.
Yeah.
You're
Oh.
good.
And then
Yeah,
let's
it's so
mention
much-
our last
Oh, yeah.
event that we got going on because we'll keep going back
Yeah,
and forth
yeah,
all
yeah.
over. But
So this one's April 30th.
yeah, and this is a big one. It's really cool. Ann House is doing her thing over here. Rustic Rhythms,
Yeah.
a celebration of Texoma women in music. Like I said, brought to you by Open Mic with Ann House.
Yeah.
It's going to be live right here at Split Window
Yeah,
Studios
right upstairs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they
Well,
you'll
how
be able
cool
to
is
tune in.
that?
From indie folk to blues, pop to country, a bunch of amazing female artists who are going to come in and just absolutely destroy. And
Yeah.
I'll give one shout out because she's my homegirl, Victoria Lemons,
She's
an amazing
awesome.
voice,
Yeah.
an amazing guitar player, and she's great to just be around in general. So
Yeah,
come
so-
out and support all these wonderful ladies.
Yeah, go check out Ann House Music on Facebook.
Very cool.
It'll give you a
check out
breakdown of all the wonderful artists we're going to have on that. So yeah,
Yeah, and Chris back here he's helping her put that all
Chris
together.
is the man.
Yeah. So April 30th is Ladies Night.
Ladies' night.
Very cool.
Ladies' night, they're feeling.
Yeah, see, tone deaf.
Hey, I thought it was good.
Oh no, I
was
can't
so
see
good.
it.
Oh, you couldn't see.
No, I can't.
I thought he was taking a jab, but
It's a jazz. Definitely.
No, see, we have something in
Oh,
common.
you were singing, and then
Yeah,
I
I was
got on
singing.
key, and then that's when you said,
Oh, was she on key?
He's like, I missed
Oh
that.
man, I'm gonna stay out of that one. I'm gonna let Bubba sink that ship. Keep sinking it.
Hey, well, we know.
And for a word from our sponsors.
That's what we need a break.
A Sharp Moving Company. Thank you so much.
Let's cut the break. All right.
So here, I do have a question. When you first hear of your child getting the diagnosis of autism,
Boy, he flipped the script.
I did.
quick.
I'm sorry. Went from one end to the other. But when you first hear that, what ultimately is your first reaction? You know, I know that's kind of hard, but
I know we can both speak to this.
I just feel like, the doctors do what they're supposed to do and tell you their thoughts and what they observe and what they find and give you a diagnosis. And I feel like they give you that diagnosis and they're like, okay, bye. And I feel like a lot of our parents that come to the Owen Foundation they're lost because they're like, what do we do now? Like, what's next? Because you don't have a plan, but that we kind of provide a plan for them as far as how to navigate through the autism journey, which was pretty cool, I think. Because I didn't have that. I didn't have back when Tad was.
That was 16.
Yeah,
16,
we had nothing.
Yeah.
And we really didn't even have a diagnosis because it was so rare at that time as far as diagnosing. But in my mind, I knew something was different. And then, of course, him being nonverbal, that just automatically kind of put him in that spectrum. And so, but I followed all of the things that I read on autism as far as therapies like OT, PT, speech, ABA. I did all of that at an early age.
Which is rare. I just want to say that's like really rare because she had to go out of her way to get those therapies.
Yeah, I drove
10 plus years ago.
To Frisco.
From Durant.
See, that's what's crazy is, we don't have that here.
And thankfully,
it's coming.
We do now.
We have a lot more resources here now
but
than we did prior.
Because of
but
things that you are doing.
Yeah,
absolutely. You guys are a big
McKinney,
part of that.
I'm sorry, Plano's where we did ABA therapy, and they drove to our home and did in-home therapy. And it wasn't covered by insurance at that time, which
is insane because it's extremely expensive.
It was $150 an hour plus gas from Plano.
Wow,
and
that's too much.
And so ABA therapy, in my opinion, from being a clinic owner now, and we can get to that in a minute, but ABA therapy for a child on the autism spectrum, whether they're high functioning,
no matter
whatever, is not beneficial if you're just doing it a few weeks an hour.
It
needs to be a lifestyle change. And so, like my son,
interrupt. I thought Chris might have been saying we had a caller. I'm not sure.
Oh, am I live on the air?
You are. What's going on? I'm sorry for interrupting you, ladies.
Okay, we love calling.
Oh my goodness! So what's up, Texoma? We were driving by and we saw, so we went and tuned in, and we're here on YouTube.
Awesome.
And I couldn't help. I had to share the story with you guys, but we just are finding out about the Owen Foundation. My little brother, he's 23 years old. Him and his wife, their son, Egan, they just found out after 4 or 5, he's 6 years old now, and he's nonverbal, autistic. It's been horrifying for them. They questioned, what was wrong with their kid. They were trying to find resource. They're young adults in the modern day, so they don't have a lot of money. They had basic insurance. So we just are really thankful for you guys to come in and sharing this today. I'm super excited to share this website with you. I just wanted to tell you guys, thank you for what you're doing.
Happy.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear that. I got chills, getting a little teary eyed. That's awesome because I think so many people are in that situation.
Yeah.
And even just
we would love
out
to
there.
help any way we can with your family.
Yeah, don't just follow us. I don't know if you can still hear us or not.
Call
but,
us.
Send us a message on our Facebook page. That's probably the best way. Or
We
you can email
definitely
us.
will.
Yeah, definitely do that.
And again, just thank you. It's so scary. I mean, as a family, watch my little brother and his wife go through these things, and they question if they're bad parents or.
Of course,
they were never.
I can't wait to get a hold of.
Me
I
neither.
can't wait to talk to them because their kid is also amazing, just like any neurotypical child out there. And so I just can't wait to talk to.
Yeah, and it's hard.
Wow.
It's a tough. You're in a different world in the autism world.
But hang
we
in
can
there
help
because
it. We can help you make it better.
Just because it's different doesn't mean it's any less, and it can be so amazing.
Yes, I'd love to visit with them. sit down.
Well, seriously, bless you guys. I'm going to have him reach out to y'all. It's just
Please.
y'all's Mighty Moms podcast page, and
and the
y'all
Owen
keep up the good work.
Yep.
Thank
Either
you.
one.
We appreciate
Thank
you
you
calling
so
in.
much.
Yeah, thank y'all so much.
Appreciate you, brother.
Well, that was
So
awesome.
what's y'all's website
chills.
for the Owen Foundation?
The OwenFoundation.org. Okay. And then that's our, like I said, that's our nonprofit organization. And then, so what we were talking about earlier, what I brought up is that, let me answer your question. Like Dee Dee did about Tad's diagnosis. And like, again, we have to condense this because we could talk about it forever. But, I think when you get that diagnosis, it's not a shock to you. You know something's coming.
You know it, but it's
You
like
kind of
telling.
known it for a while.
You
You're
know,
just,
But
yeah.
it being
Something's
told
wrong.
to you is gut wrenching.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's like you've been beat. Like I can't even explain
it's
it.
like
Like he was
when
saying.
somebody's like chronically ill and then terminally ill and they pass away and for months they're going to pass away.
You still grieve
But
it.
it
Still hurts.
It still hurts, and it's still so. I feel like that's how it is, and you do go through a grieving process, and like I said
I feel
earlier,
like
it was
I
all a
still
blur.
go through a grieving process, even at this 16 years old. There's times when I have that. All of a sudden, it just comes over me, and I'm like, "Where's this coming from?" But it's just that, like my nephew went to prom. My son's not at prom. You still have those grieving moments. I'm excited about my nephew, but then, Tad's at home with his dad being monitored, because, making sure he's safe, and it's just different. It's a different lifestyle. But I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me.
No, and that's the thing. I think we don't let ourselves stay there. You can't.
You can't.
You cannot let yourself
you
stay there.
immediately have to
It's a
and go move
mindset.
on.
You have to make up your mind that you're not going to let yourself stay there, and you have to be freaking proud of your kid.
Yeah, you do.
Like my kid is a little baddie. He's
Yeah.
amazing. He's amazing at basketball. He's nonverbal.
He can pull your hair out
He
and
can-
beat you. But let me tell you, he is awesome.
Listen, like he is just amazing. And I wasn't saying that 4 years ago. And it wasn't because I didn't love him with everything in me.
Just in the shock.
It was just you're going through this shock
scary.
wave of
Yes.
emotions. And so like my goal is to just like exude that confidence in my child that bleeds over to every parent that has a
Yes.
kid on the spectrum that I meet. Be proud of your kid,
Yes.
man. Like don't think my kid's less. Don't hide them. Take them out. Let them do things. Let people see them the way they are in
Because
public.
make it normal,
You have to make it normal.
Yeah.
You have to let people who aren't directly affected by autism see your kid and see them flap their hands.
Yeah.
And my son loves to flap his hands and he'll just look and he'll get water and he just And I'm thinking he is seeing something
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
amazing and incredible.
I wish I could see
That
it
we'll
with
I
never
him.
wish
see
I
it.
could see
Yeah.
it too. And I used to look at it and I would want to pull his hands down.
Yeah, to
And
help
now
him stop.
I just look
make
at
him
him and
stop.
I just get the
Let
biggest
you
grin
go.
on my face.
Let
and
you
I'm
Could you
like,
imagine?
"Go,
Because he's
baby."
enjoying himself,
Yeah.
And again,
in the
he
core.
doesn't give up what
No.
anybody
Yeah.
thinks.
Yeah.
He
No.
doesn't
That's awesome.
care
And you can't.
We can all
ultimately.
learn a lot from that.
Sure.
Oh,
so
yeah.
much.
And people that are on the outside looking in, it does not defend us to come ask us questions. We love to visit,
Yeah.
and I know moms, it can be at the younger stage of getting that diagnosis, it can be offensive to you.
Yeah, sure.
But when you get it to like where we are, and we've been through everything that we're so far, now I'm like, ask me. I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to explain why my son's clapping. I can't wait to tell you why he always has an iPad, that type. It loves music.
I love
and
getting those new parent, like the guy that just called in. I
Yeah.
love
That's
getting
amazing.
that. I love getting
love
that.
that.
Like, oh, they're really young. I'm like, I just can't wait to get
Yeah.
my hands on those
Yeah,
parents because
and
I'm just
hug
going
them
to
and
put
tell them,
so
hey,
much hope in
it's
them.
going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's scary right now, but thankfully we have all these resources down here now. We have a lot of ABA clinics. We have speech therapy available, physical, all the things that weren't available back when my son was younger is here, and that is just
In the
amazing.
Texoma area,
In the
or-
Texoma
And
area, yeah.
So
And y'all
let
are
us,
a big
let us
driver
tell you
of
about
that.
that.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all are a big driver of that.
So Owen was diagnosed at 3. That was 5 years ago. Again, we get the diagnosis literally on paper.
Yeah,
and it
here's
was
the-
emailed. It
Yeah.
has their diagnosis and their findings, and then it has their recommendations. And the recommendations are that he receives 35 to 40 hours per week of intensive ABA therapy.
So
ABA
that's $150 an hour.
An hour,
plus
right?
The
So
driving back then, right?
Yeah.
Insurance, most insurances now pay for it.
Now,
almost
dude,
all
yeah.
insurance pays for it, which is amazing
Yeah, that's
because
cool.
So,
There's
as
no
a
way.
mom, I'm like, first of all I see is that he's autistic. I don't even look at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
recommendations.
me
I
too.
sit on that for probably 8 weeks and didn't do anything. He had been kicked out of a couple different daycares around here, rightfully so. He was putting himself and other children in danger because he had some really just like self-injurious behaviors and just he was hurting other kids. So I totally get it why he wasn't able to go there. Wasn't sleeping through the night. We were exhausted, depressed. I mean, all the things.
yeah,
So
every emotion.
And eventually that can not only, harm the relationship between you and your child, but it can also harm the relationship between you and your significant other.
and
Oh,
that's,
And it can
absolutely.
that's a
drive huge
whole
wedge.
That's a
other
whole other
podcast.
Yeah, I know. On itself.
I just want to do a little statistic. I think 84% of parents or couples that have a special needs child are they divorce.
They end up in divorce.
That's
Yeah,
84%, and I think it's
I
going
think it's
up.
gone up to like 87 in the last
It's
couple of years.
crazy to me,
That's
and it's
yeah.
because it's so stressful.
It is so
There's no
stress-
support, and that's where
I've literally heard of couples divorcing so that they get a break.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
the kid goes with you
Oh,
for a
one.
week,
Yeah.
the
And then-
kid goes
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
me for a week.
But
And
it's-
that's why, because it's just like,
it's,
they can't do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, and then that's even harder on the kid.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a parent
Yeah,
of
sure.
divorce.
Yeah.
So-
or a child of divorce.
Yeah.
So, it's
So-
not the
Same
easiest
here.
thing dealing with.
Different
so.
parenting, different
So
lifestyles.
it's rough on everybody. You're
Yeah,
right.
so-
when we get the diagnosis, and then at the bottom it has the recommendations, and so literally weeks go by, and then I'm like, "What's ABA therapy?" So I'm online. What's ABA therapy? And it's applied behavioral analysis. It's very scientific, and it's a form of. And I'm not certified to speak on this, but from a parent perspective, I've experienced it with my son for the last 5 years. And basically, in layman's terms, he's redirected all day to do things that prepare him to not be socially accepted, but just so he can function in society, right? So right away, they taught him to always reach for the hand of an adult, but if he wanted to go somewhere, because he was an eloper. Like, I think 95% of children on the spectrum are elopers. They put themselves in dangerous situations. They go missing.
Yeah, like my child, if I didn't have a hand on him, he'd just walk into the street.
They don't
in
have an
traffic.
awareness
They
of
just-
putting themselves in danger.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the things that they immediately started working on with him. There's a list. I mean, Owen wouldn't be potty trained if it weren't for ABA therapy. A lot of children go into adulthood still not potty trained on the autism spectrum. So there's so many things that ABA is helpful for. And in 2018, when Owen was diagnosed, there were 0 ABA therapy clinics in the Texoma area.
Oh, yeah.
So we were at a place, my husband and I were at a place in our lives where we were able to basically drop everything for me and my professional life. And I owned a children's boutique at the time, and we had been in business for 10 years. And I stopped everything to get him to therapy in Frisco for 40 hours a week. So my job was to drive him there and
Yeah.
wait for him to get out of therapy and pick him up and bring him home every day. And so we did that for 3 years. And that was when we started the Owen Foundation. And then shortly after, I said, I'm going to go and I'm going to find a list of all the ABA clinics in the DFW area, because they're just scattered everywhere. There's so many.
Yeah.
And I visited with 30 to 35 and finally found owners of a clinic in Little Elm who would meet with me and listen to me, and looked into opening a clinic in Sherman. And within 60 days of us meeting, they were open in Sherman.
Wow.
Amazing.
So
That's pretty cool.
they're still here. It's Radiant Autism Center, owned by Chris and Nikki
Right off
Carlson.
75, right?
Right off 75.
I
Kinda
have
by
driven
the
that,
stadium?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bought it.
I've seen it.
And
Yeah.
so Owen was their first patient, their first client. And it was January of 2023, I think, or 2022. And he was there for 2 years. And then through that entire process, which was life-changing for us because I didn't have to drive to Frisco every day, right? I could have my life back. I could actually like work or do, you know, whatever. And so I guess the end of last year, I was like, you know, I get so many moms from Durant, and then not just Durant, but like the smaller,
like Atoka, Antlers,
yes, Hugo, all those areas.
Well, spread out, you know.
And they
like
have, like
so
we
huge.
have, I could drive to Frisco, and now we have it in Sherman, but what are these people in these rural areas doing? They don't have anything for their kids, nothing. And so I said, okay, I have a degree in organizational and strategic communication. Not that you need this to do what I'm about to do, but I'm opening an ABA clinic in Durant. And I found somebody who had 11 years of experience credentialing and just doing everything ABA related. She's my business partner. And we opened a clinic in Durant, and we've been open since March 3rd of this year.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing to hear.
And it's just, and
That's
it's not,
amazing to
it's
hear.
not about us, but yay!
Yeah.
But it was an overwhelming response from the community. We've never advertised. Like, we've just put it on Facebook, and within like 4 weeks of it being out there, we have like 26 kids on our wait list.
Wow.
People need it, and it's obvious, you know. One thing being a pending new parent is, you know, those thoughts in my head, and those were one of the thoughts. It's like, what if? What is there?
What resources
What
will
do
we
I have
available?
if that is to happen?
Yeah.
You know, if that is the case, because I want to be able to give them the best that I
Yeah.
can.
Sure.
I can give
Yeah.
them. You know, and not rich by any means, and we're all struggling throughout these times,
Right.
And it you guys being there as a light in the dark for so many people.
For sure.
That's the goal.
It's beautiful, and
We
it's
want to
amazing.
be a light.
Well, you see it. I mean, even if you touch one person, it's amazing,
Sure.
and we just got a call, and I'm really hopeful that his younger brother reaches out, and you guys
Me
can really
too.
change.
I can't wait to talk
Because you can
to those
change their
parents.
life truly.
Yeah.
So I'm really
just
hoping
a
that
phone
they
call,
reach
just
out.
a conversation, just someone knowing that there's someone else going through the same
that's
struggles.
a lot.
Yeah,
The pup doesn't like this.
he's like, "What is
Can
that?"
I bark?
We had a mom that came into the clinic a couple weeks ago, and of course, like for HIPAA reasons, I can't say names or anything, but I can tell you the situation. And she came in with her son, who was, I think he's like in the 8 to 10-year-old age range, and he wasn't working at school. He had an IEP, but it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
And she brought him into the clinic with her to talk about him enrolling there, and we were just going over some things, and I have a little sofa in my office, and she was sitting on it, and he's kind of he's a bigger kid, he's not a toddler, and he decides to lay down, and he's just stretched out on the couch, and you could tell she was just, when you're with them all day, every day, it just, your nerves are just, and she was like, she was almost in tears, just set up, and I just looked at her and I said,
It's okay.
Mama, it's okay.
Yeah.
I said, he can lay down.
Yeah.
That's what the couch is there for. I'm just so used to, and she just took a deep breath, and I was like, when she took that deep breath, I was like, that's what I want people to feel when they're around us.
Absolutely.
The Owen Foundation or the Owen Academy or
Anything.
Mighty Moms, me or you, when we're in the community, I want people to be like,
And if you need to
You
say,
know?
tag, you're it, I've got to go. I'm happy to help. I
Yeah.
mean, I have my own child, but I would love to
we're
help.
used to crazy.
We
okay?
are. We're not, nothing's
We
going to
can
phase
handle
us.
it.
Yeah.
Community, man. That's what we talk about all the time around here. Community, right?
Yeah, and it's really amazing to see what y'all are doing, because you're making big changes in the area.
We hope so.
and it's really,
That's the goal.
I mean, it's really going to help out. It's going to make a huge difference. So just keep on doing.
I want to say this though too, like it's insane how having a child on the spectrum changes your whole life, right? And you do go through a grieving process. Like, this is not the life I thought I was going to have, but like I can't imagine doing anything else right now. Like,
Right.
this is my purpose. Like, I wake up every morning and I'm ready to go.
Absolutely.
It's not hard for me to get out of bed. It's hard for me to go to sleep sometimes because I have all these ideas, right?
Ideas coming up in the middle of the night,
But it's like, this is my passion and my purpose. And I know, like, without a doubt, like if for some reason Owen woke up one day and he had no autism symptoms, I'd still be doing what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
I
thought that same thing not too long ago.
Yeah.
I would love to have been.
This is what I'm on
Yeah.
earth for.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm here
It's our
for.
purpose.
Yeah, we all have a purpose.
Yeah.
And it's just, when we find
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Some of us, it takes a while.
Yeah.
And then it pops right in front of you. You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
I think it's funny too how Brina and I met. I had a lady tell me, you need to meet Brina. Do you know Brina Dutton? No, I don't know Brina. And it kind of, we went on about our way. And then I had resigned from the nation to stay home with my son because, school wasn't working out and we're needing to homeschool. And Brina called me and was like, "Hey, are you interested in helping with the Owen?" Or
I said, "Hey, Dedra, I know you don't know me, but you're from
I live
Durant.
here from
Durant.
Message me. But it's funny that this lady was like, "Y'all remind me so much of each other. Like you're passionate about things." And
You guys have very similar energy.
It wasn't.
Very
It wasn't necessarily about autism. It was just the fact our energy and our passion about things, and we're all in,
And
we're
then it
gonna
was
go
weird because
hard.
we kind of look alike.
That's what I was about to say.
Even my dad,
I thought y'all were sisters.
my dad saw our picture
He's
in
like,
our
"Which one's you,
studio,
Brina?"
and he goes, my own dad, and he's like, "So do people ever ask y'all if y'all are sisters?"
Yeah.
Every
all
day.
the time,
It's
all the time.
You can see it for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
We're definitely
uncanny.
soul sisters.
Yes,
For sure.
we are. And that's what I was getting at. Like, then when we got together in the Owen Foundation, it's like, oh my gosh, like in my mind, she's got the same passion. She's got this everything that I want to do. Together, we can be amazing.
powerful.
Mighty Moms. You could be
Mighty
Mighty
Moms.
Moms.
Yeah, and that's where Mighty
We didn't
Moms
even have to
came
think
back.
about our name
We
either.
didn't.
Just like,
You
we're
guys-
Mighty Moms.
And you guys
I mean,
are mighty moms. You guys are,
Thank
are
you.
fighting
No,
through it all.
100% Mighty
Thank
Moms.
you.
Yeah, that takes a lot. So
Now, ladies, I have a bazillion more questions, and I could keep talking to y'all forever, but I know we're coming to the close of our show. I think what y'all are doing is just wonderful. I can keep saying that all night.
So once again, like if someone needs to reach out to y'all, how can they contact you?
They can message us on Facebook at Mighty Moms Podcast. They can also go to the Owen Foundation on Facebook or the owenfoundation.org. And you can check out Owen Academy on Facebook as well. And I believe owenacademy.com.
The Owen Academy is the name of our ABA
and that's
clinic.
the ABA clinic.
Oh, okay.
And of course, there's a whole team there that could help with anything as well. So,
Yeah, so if you need ABA therapy services for your child, you can reach out to the Owen Academy.
.com or the Owen Academy on Facebook.
Yep. And if
Instagram.
you just
We're on
need
Instagram, too.
resources in general, or you just got a new diagnosis and you just need help, anything like that, you can reach out to us on the owenfoundation.org. That's also where they can sign up for our basketball camp and cheer clinic. And then,
That is another thing I want to say. Athletics, I feel like for anybody in general, just if you're doing something active, you're going to feel better.
Absolutely.
So-
Activity.
And
Keep
I
active.
encourage people to volunteer for that camp because it is so humbling. I mean, I always would leave there every day from those camps literally crying.
I left in tears
because
the first day.
It's amazing just how the community comes together and supports, and the kids
So-
make such a big impact on those volunteers. Like it's like the kids are helping them,
And all of our
Exactly.
not
volunteers,
necessarily the volunteers.
all of our volunteers signed up knowing it was a 1-to-1 like volunteer situation. So if we had 100 kids, we needed 100 volunteers,
Absolutely.
right?
Oh, okay.
So
You're not
last
trying
year
to
we
have
had
one person
100
take care of
kids.
10 or something.
Yes.
That's
Last
too
year we
much.
had 100 kids, and then I think we had like 120
yeah,
volunteers.
we always
Nice.
have
last year.
plenty of
Wow.
volunteers.
It was huge.
That's
It was
awesome.
huge. So who knows what's going to happen this year?
I'm ready for it.
Y'all got the support. Y'all are amazing. I hope even if this helps a little bit,
Of course it
y'all
will.
or to anybody out there who's listening, your family member, your child, anything, please reach out to these lovely ladies. They'll
Please,
get you
we'd
taken
love to
care of.
support.
visit with you.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all
Thank
hanging
y'all
out
for
with us.
having us
Thanks,
on.
guys.
I feel like we're gonna have to do it again
I
because
know,
we
carry
could keep
on.
talking.
I
We
know,
could keep
right?
talking.
Anytime. We're here.
We
wanna-
appreciate y'all
We
so
also
much.
want to thank our sponsor one more time.
A Sharp Moving Company.
We
They are
appreciate
great
y'all.
too.
Keep on doing your thing. Get these people in the Denison.
Hey, Sharp.
Yeah.
Where's yours?
What?
You called her
You gotta
tone
sing
deaf
it.
earlier. She's
Sharp?
not gonna do that.
No, I will. You want me to belt it up? Go ahead, Rena. Mine's more of a rap. Hey,
Hers
hey,
is a
hey,
rap.
hey,
She's
sharp, sharp,
definitely
sharp.
a
There you go.
rapper. She's the rapper of the two of us. Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
it. I
Let's
love
get
it.
it. Let's get it. You ready?
Boom.
Have a good night.
Hey,
Mighty
Sharp.
Moms.